What's going on, everybody? I've got a wonderful subject today, something I think that you should be excited about. It's avoiding the holiday weight gain. And I think that's something that I've been guilty of, and maybe you've been guilty of already with this quarantine 19, which is the average amount of weight that people tend to have gained over this time in quarantine. We don't want to add more to it by going into the holiday season with weight gain problems. So how do we avoid that? First of all, we have to realize where we are. We're in a very stressful time right now. And then the holiday seasons adds to it even more stress. So realizing that this is an opportunity for you to put on more weight than you really want to. So know going in that this is something that you've got to guard yourself against. So be aware. Don't let it just kind of sneak up on you so that after the holidays you're like, oh, where did this come from? Well, it came because we didn't plan ahead and we weren't proactive. So I want you to be proactive today about how to avoid this weight gain. So first of all, it's a very stressful time. Overeating is very common during holiday times. We look forward to our holiday favorites. I mean, I've had a few already. Even today, we had a little bit of a gathering at our church, and I was kind of like trying to remember my diet, but it was so good. So I know I'm tempted also. One of my favorites is lemons. I love lemon and chocolate. So those two things are kind of like I had to avoid. Lemon, especially lemon cookies. I bought some recently. My favorite, the Archway frosted lemon cookies. I thought they would last me about a week. Yeah, 2 days and they were gone. So, and I felt bad about that. But I got right back on track, and that's what I want you to do as well. I'm really kind of incriminating myself here. So avoid sedentary behavior. First of all, when you're off work, and a lot of times we're off work during this time, so you're sitting around, your schedule is totally disrupted, you're getting up later, rather than waking up at your usual time, you can sleep in. And then you kind of skip maybe your little breakfast meal, so you get up a little bit more hungry than normally you would be. So you end up having a little bit more. So avoid being sedentary, just lying around. Keep a schedule. Even during the holiday times, I still try to get up at my same time and I keep on with my routine. I work out in the morning, I go through my prayer and meditation, then I eat breakfast, and I'm starting my day the exact same way. So avoid getting to a sedentary, lazy lifestyle, enjoying all your favorites for the holidays. We tend to munch a lot and during this time to minimize stress. Because with stress, you want to minimize that. And how do we avoid stress or minimize it? Comfort. And how do we comfort ourselves? A lot of times it's with food. And while you're off work right now, you get around with friends, you hang out with them, and what's the first thing you're going to do when you hang out? Hey, let's go get a bite to eat. Or you bring them over and you cook something. The center of a lot of things that happens during the holidays. Be aware of that. So keep yourself mindful of that. Remain active. Don't sleep in a lot, and just avoid doing things that are active. When you were working, you had more activities going on, and you were burning more calories than you do when you're off work. So taking time off work is kind of a recipe for weight gain. Control your stress. No matter what you're doing, we live in a stressful time right now. We are stress eaters. We tend to be stress eaters. So avoid eating because you get overwhelmed and you're stressful. Avoid comfort foods and snack foods. I have snacks a lot of times when I'm not aware of it. I'll put a few at my desk so I don't have to go downstairs. My office is upstairs here. So rather than go downstairs to get something, I started having a little something here at my desk. Avoid that. I'm getting rid of the stuff at my desk because it's convenient. You're not hungry. It's just there. You're convenient. You're surfing the net. You're doing reports or whatever you're doing. And you're just snacking. But if you have to get up and go downstairs or go somewhere else to get it, you tend to not do it because we're lazy. So don't have food around your desk or places where it's convenient. You don't have to get up and get food. So avoid that. Fiber foods. Eat foods that are higher in fiber. It tends to reduce the appetite and it makes you full longer. And foods that are high in fiber are the whole foods, the things I mention all the time. Your fresh fruits, your vegetables, your grains, those things have more fiber. They bring in more water, and that keeps you hydrated as well, but tends to give you that sense of being full more often. So eat foods that are higher in fiber. Stay away from the junk foods. Remember the crap foods, C-R-A-P, stay away from crap. The carbonated beverages, the refined foods, the artificial sweeteners, colors, flavors, all that artificial stuff, and then the processed foods. CRAP. Stay away from crap during the holidays. Away from those foods. Control your portion sizes. Don't get a big plate like this when you're eating and think that that's how you're going to. No, I have a smaller plate now. We have different size plates in our cupboards. I use a smaller plate. And I don't just, go back for multiple trips because I got a small plate. I know exactly how much food I should eat, and you should too. So when you have a bigger plate, you tend to fill the whole landscape of your plate. So remember, smaller portions, smaller sizes are going to be helpful. And as we all know, get some exercise. This is a perfect opportunity to get exercise. We've got so many trails and things to do right now. The weather's not that bad. It's not so cold in Arizona, if you live here, that you can't get out and do something. So even if you're at home, find some things to do at home. Incorporate exercise into part of your day. Whether it's just getting up in the morning and doing a few, ride a stationary bicycle, or just walking around your house or up and down the stairs a couple of times. But just find a way that you can do some exercise. Plus, I've got a lot of programs that I've downloaded, I've uploaded to my website and to my Facebook page, and you can just find one of those to do. And speaking of that, the course that I've been preparing for you will be launching tomorrow. And the only way you're going to get it is you're going to have to go onto my list. I'm going to make it available to people that have signed up on the list. That's why I've been saying get to my list. Go to my list at drgenejames.com. Go on, sign up, because when I launch this program, I'm launching it through email. Now, the reason I'm doing it through email is because I want people that's already making an effort to do it. I don't want people to just kind of like jump on board and not do it. So your first step, your first commitment is simply to sign up. Now, if you're not going to sign up, if you're not committed to just simply sign up to learn more, then you're not going to be committed if I would just kind of throw it out there on the web. So I want to try to have a committed group. I want a committed team of people that I can walk with. I'm going to walk with you through every step of the program. I'm not just going to give you something and say, okay, here's the program, you're on your own. No, I'm going to be there with live chats like we're doing now, except it's going to be in a private Facebook setting with just the people that are signed up. I'm going to be answering your questions, providing tips, and whatever I can to help make this a successful journey for you. So if you haven't gone on and signed up to be a part of this list so that you can receive the program, sign up now. All right, so again, get some exercise. Weigh yourself is another thing. Know what your body weight is. You should always know what your body weight is. You shouldn't gain 20 pounds and go like, I can't believe I gained 20 pounds. It didn't start at 20. It started at 2 or 5. And the best way to turn that around is at its earliest point. It's like when you've got that ship so far out there, it takes a long time to turn it around. But if you're able to catch it early, you're able to curb that bad behavior, those eating habits, those patterns, and then stop it at that point. So weigh yourself. I weigh myself probably at least twice a week. I'm in the gym. I weigh myself twice a week at least. And it's basically the same. But if I do find myself getting like 3 or 4 pounds over, I have to stop. Okay, what did I do? What did I do in my diet? What's different? And I'll have to get right back on track with the things I know I should do. So check with your weight scale. Know where you are at all times. And then ultimately draw the line. Draw the line. You've got to be the one to control that. No one should come and tell you that you've had enough. You should know when it's been enough, right? Now, when you go and get gas for your car and you fill up, what happens as soon as you fill up, there's a shut off. The valve will shut off. You can't put any more in. There's an automatic shut off. And it's too bad that we don't have a shut off valve when we're eating. We tend to eat until we just can't move. So call it, say enough. Enough. Throw a flag on the plate, whatever you got to do, enough. Here's another exercise that's going to be helpful. When you sit at the dining table, this is going to be helpful, okay? When you sit at the dining table, the little exercise I want you to try. When you sit there, sit up straight, with straight upright. Take a deep breath. Put your hands there, and push away from the table. What about that? Push away from the table. What a great tip. I thought you'd learn something if you stick around. But the bottom line is you can do this. You can do this. Follow the tips and the things that I've shared with you today and just do it. Make this a happy, healthy, and a well-timed and a very, healthy holiday season. Okay? Do that for me. All right. See you next time. Make today awesome.